back to my channel, and today is Foundation Fridays. You guys know what that means. So that means we are going to test out and review a foundation today. And I know my jingle needs work, but I'm working on it, I promise. So I gave you guys a poll on my Insta stories last week, and you guys had to decide which foundation I was doing this week. So it was between the Smashbox Studio Skin and the Clinique Even Better Glow and a Smashbox 1 for this week. So we will be doing the review on the Smashbox foundation, but don't worry, we will be doing Clinique next Friday. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already. So by subscribing to my channel, you guys will not miss any videos, especially Foundation Fridays that we do here every Fridays. And also don't forget to hit that little notification bar at the side. It's a little bell, that little like cute little bell right there. Yeah, it's right on the side there, and that way you guys can be notified in your email when I upload a video. Like I said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me down below. It's the red subscribe button, and let's just get right into the video. Okay guys, so today is going to be a review on the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. So I wanted to do it because I feel like I've used it a lot on clients, and when I use it on their skin, they absolutely love it, and I love the way it looks also. So I wanted to try it on me and test it out. So when I do these reviews, you guys know I do my check-in at least twice before I come back and give you my initial thoughts at the end. Right now it's 8:36 in the morning. I know it's very early. I just got out the shower, but the reason why I do these on these long days like this is because I know I'm going to work later. I have a 12 to 9:30 shift. So by me wearing this foundation all day, you guys are going to see the pros and the cons of the foundation. I feel like that's the best way to do Foundation Fridays. I want to make sure you guys get the best review possible. So the shade I'm using is 2.25. I have right here the details on this foundation on the Sephora app. So the coverage says it's full to medium coverage. Skin types that can use the foundation is sensitive, normal, dry, combination, or oily. The finish is more of a matte finish, so it's not going to be dewy. Let's see. And then it says an oil-free hydrating foundation that gives you flawless skin for 15 hours plus. And we are going to be testing that out because I'm not going to be coming back to you guys here until about like 10 o'clock at night. So that's definitely a long time to be wearing the foundation, but I feel like that's the best way to do it. You get like the true wear test of this foundation. Okay, so going back to this, so it says, plus it's tested to ensure that you look gorgeous in any light. Achieve medium to full buildable coverage with natural matte finish. This foundation blurs the look of imperfections with light diffusing spears, and it stays put for 15 hours of wear, no touch-ups needed. So you guys know when I do these Foundation Fridays, I do not touch up my face at all. I don't powder, I don't do anything. The most I do to my face during that time is just maybe replace my lipstick. So the claims are this does not have to be touched up for 15 hours. So then it says lightweight and comfortable. It's exercise resistant, sweat resistant, and transfer proof, and it works on all skin types. Okay, what else do you need to know? That's basically it. It comes in 22 shades, which they need to step their game up and bring out like at least 40 shades, because like I tell you guys in every foundation video, I feel like these companies definitely need to up the ante when it comes to their shade range. You have everybody in different shades that wants to use foundation, that uses makeup. So yeah, I feel like they need to definitely come out with more shades, especially now that they've been out for quite a while. If they were a newer brand, I would say, okay, they're new, they're testing it out. But no, they've been out for a while, so they definitely need to get more shades of the foundation. So I'm going in with this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. This one is a sample because I don't have a bigger size. This is Smashbox's #1 best-selling primer, and it's been around for quite a while. So this is their first primer they ever came out with. And of course, you guys probably have seen all the primers that they have come out with after this one, but this one is the original one. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger and put it on my nose, my forehead, and my chin. Sometimes I'll put a little bit on my cheeks if I have like a little bit of texture there, and that way it smooths it out. Okay, so now going in with the foundation, it does have a pump. It kind of reminds me of the MAC Studio Fix foundations because it has like that similar look to it. So it just says here, Smashbox Studio Skin 15-hour wear hydrating foundation. So I am going to be going in with my Fenty Beauty Sponge. You guys know how I've been raving about this. I bought this when it first came out and it's lasted longer than my beauty blender. So that's a plus in my book. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my sponge, and I hope this is my right shade. Okay, so right away it's giving me a good coverage, but I had to put a second layer on to build up the coverage, but I can still see this mark right here. So I'll probably go in with a little bit more, but it looks really good. It's not matte yet. We're gonna see how it sets. Okay, so right now the coverage is really nice. I think this shade is going to be good. So this side is already done and this side has to be done. So yeah, so I have more, I think like hyperpigmentation on this side of my cheek than on this side. So I'm gonna see what one layer does on this side. Okay, so that's definitely not a full coverage for me, but it is giving me some coverage. But you guys know I like a full coverage, so I definitely will be doing another layer on top of this just because I want all this to be covered right here. You guys might not be able to see it just because I have all the lighting going on, but I do have a little bit of that hyperpigmentation. So now I'm just gonna go in a little bit more with another pump. So this is basically 2 layers that I put all over my skin. I think that's good enough because I think it gave me really good coverage. I like a full coverage. So right now it's like 8:45. So we're really testing out this foundation because it says 15-hour wear, and I just counted in my head that 15 hours from now is like 10:45. So I'm gonna be back here like around 10. So it's gonna be about 14 hours that I'm gonna be wearing this foundation. So that is the true test. So right now, like I said, it does look matte. It's drying down really matte right now. And I just felt like I needed a second layer just to make it a full coverage. But if you're a person that likes medium coverage, you definitely don't have to do an extra pump, because you will get the medium coverage. But I feel like if you have like any imperfections or any freckles or anything, you might see that through the foundation with the one layer. So, I'm just gonna feel it. It's not sticky, it's not wet. And like I said, it's drying down really matte. So that's good. So right now what I am going to do is I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Okay guys, so it is now 10:54, so I'm on my way to work. Okay, so what I do want to say first about the foundation is it's really matte. When it dried down on the skin, it left like a really matte finish. There's no dewiness or anything to this foundation. So for my dry people out there, I just want you to know before going into this foundation that it is going to leave you with a really matte finish. So I know a lot of people that are dry, they don't like that type of finish, but I feel like it'll work for you if you use like a nice oil or use a really good moisturizer before putting this on your face. So with that being said, it's looking good so far, but I noticed it did oxidize. So if you guys can see, my neck is a little lighter. So this shade is definitely a little darker, something that I would probably use in the summertime when I am tan. So yeah, so I noticed it did oxidize just a little bit. So I'm going to be coming back to you guys in a few hours. I will check in. I try to check in around 4:35 for you guys. That way we can see how the foundation looks. And then we'll check in again tonight when I get home. So that'll be around 10 o'clock. I'll be wearing this foundation for a good 14 hours. You guys definitely will be able to see how it looks after that. It does say it's a 15-hour wear foundation. So I'll come back to you guys about 4:35 o'clock just to see how the makeup looks. Okay guys, so I'm at work and it is 6:04 right now. So the foundation looks really good and I'm actually getting compliments on the foundation, and I have the mirror here in front of me because I'm just looking at how it looks, but no breaking up, nothing, no breaking up. As you guys can see on the forehead, nothing. It's super matte, which is really good. So yeah, we're going into, what is it? I don't even know what hour it is now right now. I know it's past the 8th hour for sure. So far so good. It's holding up really nicely and I have actually no complaints. So I'm gonna check back with you guys around 10 o'clock. I get out of here at 9:30. So we'll see then how it looks. Okay guys, I'm back and it is now 10:13 at night. So I've been wearing this foundation for probably a little over 13 hours. I'm so tired, so I am ready to take a shower and go to sleep. But before that, I want to tell you guys how I feel about this foundation. Okay, just looking really close at the foundation, it still looks really good. I didn't get oily at all, which is really good, especially for 13-hour wear. So it's not oily, it just looks oily because this is just highlight right here and it didn't break up. Normally I see my foundation kind of breaking up on my chin area and it hasn't broken up at all. I don't necessarily like the way it's looking around here, around my mouth area. I feel like I just feel like it just looks funny. Like I guess like when I was talking all day, like I feel like it went into the creases of the lines, if that makes sense. But other than that, it looks really good. It did oxidize. And I'm not sure if I told you guys the price. It is $42. So I feel like if you're really oily, this is a great foundation because it's going to keep you matte for a super long time. If you're really dry, you can definitely wear the foundation because I have used this foundation on clients that have really dry skin, but I had to make sure I prepped their skin the right way. I had to use like oil and stuff like that for their skin. It did oxidize a little bit, so you guys saw that in the beginning. I mean, I was wearing it probably for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and it was already oxidizing. So around this area right here, I feel like is where it's kind of like fading away for me. I could see through the foundation a little bit and I can see my skin, but it lasts for a long time. So that's a really big plus for me on how long the foundation lasts. And I think it still looks good. Like if I can go probably another maybe 2 to 3 hours with this foundation, and then maybe after that, that's when you'll start like seeing it like starting to look like crap. I have like the fine lines right in my forehead right here. So I started seeing like a little bit of the fine lines, and normally I don't see this with some foundations. So I started seeing that probably around like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening. So as far as the 15-hour wear, I think it did what it said it was supposed to do. It wore 15 hours. Also, I feel like it gives really good coverage. It's medium to full. So as you guys saw in the beginning, I did have to do a couple of pumps to get the full coverage. So you definitely can go a little bit more on the medium side if that's what you like. And then you can bump it up to a fuller coverage if that's what you wanted. So then it also says that it was oil-free, controls oil all day. That I definitely agree with because I'm oily and I didn't see any oils. I still don't see it. Like I said, I think I can last a couple more hours with the foundation. Sweat, humidity, and exercise resistant. It was humid today outside. I wasn't outside too much, but it was really humid here in Florida. So I guess I can say a plus, but it wasn't like I was exercising or anything like that. So I wouldn't know about like sweat or exercising. So that I couldn't test out, but color true and transfer resistant. It does oxidize a little bit. So yeah, it's not horrible, but it does oxidize. I do like the foundation. I do recommend it for really oily people. You definitely are going to like this because it's going to help you throughout the day. I feel like if I could have touched up, but not with powder throughout the day, I definitely would have maybe done a makeup spray just to refresh it. It still looks really good and I'm really impressed with this foundation. So guys, that's it for Foundation Friday. I hope you enjoyed this video. So normally on Sundays, what I do is I put a poll up on my Insta stories and I let you guys decide foundation I am going to be reviewing next. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram and also on Snapchat because that's where I put my poll up. I usually do it every Sundays. I put the poll up and ask you guys what foundation you guys want to see next on Foundation Fridays. So definitely head over to my Instagram and check that out. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you guys have not already, that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.